Yo. In season 8 Game of Thrones, Arya Stark and Gendry finally get together for a good bit of sweet loving. However, after that, Gendry falls in love. He proclaims his undying love for Arya and he asks her to marry him. She turns his ass down. She says no, but the question is why? Why did she say no? Why didn't she marry him? What was Gendry lacking? Well, keep watching this video because you're about to find out. Okay, so to break this down, we're going to need to look at some of their scenes from season 8, from the flirting scene to the hanky-panky scene, right up to Gendry's proposal. Anyway, in the flirting scene, she asks him for an update on the weapon he's been making for her, and there's quite a bit of sexual tension, especially when he slams the axe down on the chopping block, and it's quite clear that she's attracted to that. You see how her eyes just kind of perk up. She likes that. She likes the strength. She likes the fire that she saw in that moment. And then throughout the conversation, they go back and forth with each other, each one giving as good as they get. Arya really liked this. However, later on in the season when they have sex, well, she's the one who leads. In fact, Gendry is very shy and submissive about the whole thing. She asks him how many girls he slept with, and even though she's the virgin, even though he's actually slept with 3 people, supposedly, he's the one who's acting like a virgin. He's stumbling and stuttering over his words as she backs him up against the wall, and that is simply no good for reasons we're about to get into. However, she even admits that the only reason she's having sex with him is because they're due to have a battle against the White Walkers and she doesn't want to die a virgin. She's not especially turned on by him in this moment, and it's quite clear because he's acting like a complete wimp. Anyway, so in the final scene when he proposes, he tells her that he's been legitimized, meaning that he is now the Lord of Storm's End and one of the most powerful men in the kingdom, and he proclaims his love, kneels before her and asks her to marry him. Obviously she says no, but why? Well, firstly, the fiery strength she was attracted to in that flirting scene completely evaporated when the time came to do the deed. Gendry was no longer a man who was equal to her, but a scared boy who she needed to look after. For all of the yes queen, yeah, go queen, slay girl, go girlfriend, slay girl, for all of that talk women might come up with and seeing something like that, seeing her on top of him, mounting him, the fact is that 99% of women don't want to be in the driving seat in any kind of sexual or dating situation. And if you don't think that is true, then ask yourself this: if you're a man, how many times has a woman actually made a move on you? And if you're a woman, how many times have you made a move on a man? There you go. That is my point. Arya only slept with Gendry because the world was about to end, not because she was genuinely turned on by him. Also, his proclamation of love that he makes for it is just kind of completely out of the blue. They haven't seen each other for years and have only just been romantically involved, so he's majorly jumping the gun and being very needy. Then there's also the fact that Gendry is basically a commoner. Well, why is that bad? It's bad because Arya's highborn and she's from a completely different world to him. Something to note about man to woman sexual dynamics is that men date down and women date up. This is why Meghan Markle, a commoner, married the freaking Prince of England, and it's also why you'll never see princesses marrying paupers outside of Disney movies. It is why male celebs sleep with groupies left, right and centre, but you never ever hear of females doing it, do you? When's the last time you heard of Beyonce sleeping with some random guy, or Riri sleeping with some random guy, or Ariana Grande sleeping with some random guy? You don't. But Drake does it, Bieber does it. Men do that stuff, women don't. There's a reason for it. It is also why every single woman on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble or God knows what else demands to meet a man who's taller, wealthier and stronger than her. Women wish to date up, men wish to date down. Gendry is clearly a downward date for Arya, and it just shows in the way he carries himself. Yes, he's now legitimized. Yes, he's now the Lord of Storm's End, but that means nothing to Arya. Arya's a highborn woman, so she's not especially blown away by that. A middleborn or lowborn woman would, not Arya. Also, he's completely overwhelmed by the situation. He doesn't know what to do. He's lost. He needs help. And he even admits that to her. But the sad truth is this: as endearing as that is, for all of us to see, and we go, oh my god, he loves her so much and he wants her to help him and he doesn't know what to do. Oh, it's not going to get a girl like Arya's motor running. She wants a man who is better than her, or at least on the same level, not beneath. If Gendry had maintained the fiery strength that he showed in that flirty blacksmith scene and coupled it with a bold desire to grab Westeros by the balls as the new Lord of Storm's End, he would have had a much better chance of having her say yes. But finally, that brings us to the last reason, because he wanted her to be a lady in a castle, and that isn't even close to being what she's about. Gendry should have known that. A girl like Arya would never want to live her days cooped up like a demure flower. She's an adventurer, and that's the kind of life he should have offered her. One where they could have used his newfound wealth to travel the realm together and make it their bitch. Honestly, if Gendry had a little bit of that old school Jaime Lannister, Oberyn Martell or Daario Naharis about him, he'd probably have won her heart. But he didn't, so he didn't. So in conclusion, why did Arya reject Gendry? Because the initial fire he showed when they flirted was extinguished in a sea of bitch-made cowardice. Cowardice by which he revealed himself to be a shy, sexually inexperienced lowborn from Flea Bottom who was sorely out of his depth in life, needed her help to survive, and wanted her to alter her soul's destiny in order to help him do so. It was never ever gonna happen. And that is it for the video. So if you do like this video and also do subscribe to the channel, because I make this kind of content quite often. So if you're feeling the cut of my jib, well, you know, join the fun, join the fray. Also please do join my private community. There is a link in the comment and the description. Bye bye, ta, take care, see you later, and au revoir.